Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Hope you guys have enjoyed the hour-long news roundup. There was just a lot of topics this past week, so hopefully you guys are enjoying that. It's a bit of a long video, so I'm just kind of letting that video take priority because there was, a lot of stuff being discussed in that video. Um, but yeah, we're here with another topic video, and this one is very, very specific. And I'm just going to say first and foremost that it is also incredibly opinionated, as what we're about to discuss, because we've discussed this before, but I want to kind of advocate in terms of the delivery of this film. I just kind of want to advocate for specifics in regards to the viewership of this specific movie. Mind me if you hear my kitty in the background. She's just doing stuff. But that film is Rust. We talked about this film a few times. There's been plagued by tragedy, of course, with the fatal death of Helena Hutchins, who was the cinematographer on that film, and led to, of course, many lawsuits, a very, very brief trial that took place in regards to Alec Baldwin's involvement in involuntary manslaughter, which in my view is pretty much what has happened. And it appears as though that the film is going to be having some form of release, as there is now a trailer out. And, us being at this point, sorry, I got both kitties just kind of roaming around this room, but given just the fact that we're at this point and the fact that, that this is imminently going to be coming out. I don't know what the exact release date is, but I'm pretty sure it's this year. And I just think that that there's a stain on this film that I feel is never going to be lifted. And I think that having made the film at all at this point, with the tragedy that was with Helena Hutchins, with knowing her involvement in the film as the cinematographer, to then hiring on a different cinematographer to potentially override her footage, reshoot things, what ends up happening is that we have a film here that perhaps is in dedication to Helena Hutchins and to some extent might involve her footage, but it's pretty much lost in translation because we are not going to actually know as the viewer what was her work and what is of the other cinematographers. And again, to my opinion, I feel that having just the promotion of this film, I feel, is also disgraceful because it is exploiting the situation and not actually giving it a more sincere and more honest look at things. Especially because with Alec Baldwin's involvement, what had happened, I mean, he did not do the things that he did out of any aggression or out of any disdain or any, literal, like, wanting to do those things. It was an quote-unquote accident, but that accident led to the death of an individual, which is why it is very shameful that he himself doesn't even want to admit to pulling the trigger. He's trying to find any excuse to just stray away from it, and unfortunately so, he was able to get out of it, at least tentatively. I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be more lawsuits that will be brought up upon the release of this film, with the release of this trailer that just came out. I'm pretty sure that there will be more lawsuits lined up that we'll probably hear about in the next few days. But I know that the Hutchins family, or at least somebody within Hutchins's group of people, the husband, I think specifically, is looking to do a lawsuit against Baldwin. And I just think that releasing the film at all at this point, I feel, is just without much purpose, and I don't think that there is a need to even pay lip service to it. Which is why I've avoided to watch the trailer. I originally was curious, but then I said, you know what, out of respect, ultimately for the people who were involved in this film, and the person who lost their life, to then not follow through, to not do the right thing, in my opinion, which is to just cancel the film. I don't think that there's any point to continue the film. They will use the excuse of paying tribute to that cinematographer, but I don't think that that is the right thing to do. I think that the right thing to do is to learn from this experience and to move on from this experience, not to return to it, finish it, release it, get money from it, because I know that there probably is some ways that they'll spend it, in terms of how they got paid, but we know that people like Baldwin and other individuals involved that, that may or may not have contributed to that fatal day with Halyna Hutchins. I know that, of course, the armorer is in prison, rightfully so, but I just think that it's just a bit just uncomfortable to see this film released in any state. And I don't think it needs to be given any attention. And I think that people need to just flat out boycott it because of just what has transpired and just what has happened. And I don't think that it is of any good faith or of any good sound judgment. It is profiting off of someone's tragedy. It is exploiting someone's tragedy and ultimately looking to preserve a legacy per se by exploiting the tragedy of the tragedy that is. And I just don't like that. I don't like how this has been framed. I don't like that it's just being released at all, in my opinion. I just think it's a very, very ill intent, or very just the whole framing of this entire idea or endeavor now to pay tribute and do these things. It just, and with having an additional cinematographer to finish the movie, it just takes away from that experience that happened prior, and now we're looking to roll out with regular distribution potentially and other things, and it's just not, to me, the best of intentions. I would have preferred, I think that the best way to honor that person, Halyna Hutchins, who lost their life, I feel it's just to move on from the movie and to preserve the footage that is there, and not just hire someone else to finish it off, because now it's like, well, what is really her footage and what isn't, so, because they're not going to make that explicitly clear when you're watching the movie, so, and who's to say that they even tweaked her footage, who's to say that her footage is even of the original format or of the intent that she wanted it to be, in terms of the tints, in terms of the lighting, in terms of how it is actually framed. Who's to say that they didn't even mess with that, like it just comes across as unnecessary. And I'm not saying that they are acting scummy, that's not what I'm trying to get across. I'm pretty sure that there is good intentions going behind it, but I think that it's just the ideas are just very ignorant to the whole thing, to the whole experience. I think that it's best for this situation to just die and to not just continuously bring it up, because now it's just become this stupid PR, publicity thing, with people talking about, what really happened on the set, and, having to bring this up and in press junkets and stuff like that and film festivals. It's like, I just feel like it's just not right. And apparently the Hutchins family are involved in the film as producers, which is also really weird to me as well. So I don't understand why they want to profit from it either. I don't understand. It's just it just doesn't really register to me. I don't understand why it needs to come out. And I don't understand why anybody would want to even pay lip service or give it any attention, you know? So, I mean, obviously, you do what you do. I mean, if you feel that you should watch the film, then watch the film. I'm not saying I'm not saying that, or forcing you to not watch it. Obviously, everyone has their ability to do whatever. But I would say, if you're asking of my opinion, I would say personally just avoid it, because I don't think that it needs any attention, given just the fact of it being released at all. I feel is just poorly judged. Really poorly judged, if you ask me. Right, Kiki? Yeah. Like, really, really poorly judged. So. But yeah. Even my cat's like, yeah, I totally agree. But yeah. You guys let me know. Are you guys seeing the film? Have you seen the film? I know it's played in a few festivals and it got kind of mixed reception. Let me know. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys not seen it? Let me know. And if you guys have seen the trailer, let me know your thoughts on that. And let me know the release date as well, because I don't know any of the release for the film itself. But let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Very sensitive subject, so if you guys, just be considerate and just, let's also, it's, this whole conversation is very, just delicate just because of just, what has happened. So just, if you have information that I don't even know about, just let me know as well. But let me know your thoughts about this film and if you are choosing to see it, and what are your intentions behind watching it? What is driving you to see the film? What makes you curious to watch it? I'm very curious to know. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.